Okay, I just wanted to make sure you could get me. Okay. I'm just going to leave this right down here, Rudy. Johnny on the spot.
Good afternoon and welcome to Darton State College for the GCAA Region 17 Women's Soccer Championship. I'm Rudy Radiger, and this is the GCAA Sports Network. We're getting ready for what will be the decision for who goes and represents Region 17 in the Women's Soccer National Championship. We're live from Darton State College, and I'm Rudy Radiger. We're happy to be bringing this to you. Winners from in both games by a goal yesterday. Darton 1-0 over ABAC, a team that they had defeated not so long ago, 11-1. So a big change in swing from the regular season to the postseason as these teams are looking to get things headed in the right direction, but everybody's playing a little differently. And for South Georgia playing Andrew College for the second straight year in the semifinal, and now for the second straight year playing Darton in the championship game. South Georgia defeated Andrew College in double overtime last night. We're talking about 15 hours ago. They wrapped up a game, and here they are turning around to play in a bit of a warmer climate than they were last night. We'll get the kickoff temperature when we're getting ready to go. So we're going to step away. Teams will be getting ready to do the international walkouts here in just a bit. We welcome you wherever you may be tuning in. We remind you, if you tuned in yesterday, you'll remember this, but if you're new to the broadcast, you can get on Twitter and use the Twitter handle Rude Sports. That's my handle. That's RUUD Sports. Let us know that you're watching wherever you may be, and we'll give you a chance to give a shout out, a hello, maybe say something to your favorite player. And if you find a correction, that's okay. We'll take some those friendly corrections. And we're going to step away, and the teams will be doing the walkout in just a moment. So we'll be back here on the GCAA Sports Network.
Please stand for your national anthem.
fans, welcome to Darton State College for the NJCAA Region 17 Women's Championship game. Fans, coaches, and players, the National Junior College Athletic Association, Darton State College, the GCAA, is committed to the ideals of good sportsmanship, safety, and fair play. When asked, all fans, coaches, and players to show respect for opposing team, game officials, and each other before, during, and after today's event. Persons throwing objects or participating in other acts in conflict with good sportsmanship, safety, and fair play are subject to ejection and or prosecution. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. And now, for your starting lineup for the visiting South Georgia Hawks. Number 1, Rachel Harden. Number 2, Laura Parsley. Number 3, Ashlyn Schallentriger. Number 4, Jenna Corley. Number 7, Melissa Carpenter. Number 8, Christine Hagenland. Number 9, Bailey Pickering. Number 10, Chanel Frederick. Number 11, Abby Canoe. Number 13, Jordan Bernard. And number 15, Emily Sisson. Ben Horner is the head soccer coach for the South Georgia Hawks. And for your Darton State Cavaliers starting lineup, number 2, Nicole Fisher. Number 4, Britt Evans. Number 5, Joanna Angerstig. Number 6, Jenna Wade. Number 7, Carolina Vieira. Number 9, Danny Maidman. Number 10, Vieira Vitic-Vico. Number 13, Danny Weir. Number 19, Kel Hoppus. Number 24, Laura Valcourt. And number 12, Krista Mauricio. Darton State is coached by Coach Ken Valens, assistant coach, Coach Alex. Let's play ball.
All right, so here we are back in the booth. Both teams have been introduced on the field. And give you a little bit quick rundown of the two teams. South Georgia again with Hardin, Parsley, Schellentrager, Corley, Carpenter, Hoagland, Pickering, Chanel Frederick with 18 goals and 12 assists on the year, Cunuyo, Bernard, and Sisson. That's your lineup for South Georgia, who'll be all in blue. For Darton State, the hosts of this tournament, the home team today. Mauricio in goal, Fisher, Britt Evans gets the start today, Angerstig, Wade, Vieira, Maidment, Viticchio, Wire, Hoffus, and Valcourt, you're in your lineup. Correction from my broadcast yesterday, it was not Valcourt who scored the goal, who I gave so much praise throughout the match. It was Caroline Vieira, so hopefully the country of Brazil and South America might not hate me anymore after we get that corrected. My apologies. So we're getting ready to kick off here as Darton State enters the field, and will be going from right to left on your screen. South Georgia will be in blue, and they'll be going from left to right. So getting ready to have things start. We'll see if it's a little quicker of a match today as this one's underway. Yesterday, Darton saw ABAC sit in and really defend for most of the match. Ended up with finding a goal very early, again by Vieira. And here, Darton State wins it and will bring it forward with Hoffus. To Weir. Now over to Vieira, the game-winning goal scorer yesterday. Looking to play it in early to Valcourt. Valcourt turning and slips a ball for Wire, who loses it, and it'll be played away. Looking for Frederick. Frederick picks up the missed pass, but nowhere to go, all by herself. And now looking to switch it, and will overshoot the eventual game-winning, double overtime game-winning goal scorer in Parsley. Parsley playing a little bit more as a second forward with Frederick. Yesterday she played out wide and used that pace to get up and down the line, but she played a lot of minutes. 108 minutes of action yesterday for South Georgia in the win over Andrew College. And Frederick stumbles down and will earn a free kick here in front of the Darton State bench. So it'll be sent in towards the box in Parsley and headed away. And here comes Frederick towards the byline. And Enerstig there. Enerstig and Frederick battling. And this one's going to be a foul on Frederick.
Hey, let's not let him get in your head. He's going to yell stupid crap all game. Don't listen to him, please. He does that every time we play. Tries to get the good players carded for some stupid reason.
And this kick is taken and goes over everyone, cleaned up in the back, but only comes back to Valcourt. Valcourt's searching ball looking for Evans, turned away. Vieira. Now Wade just plays it back. The center back wearing 9. And Maidment over to Fisher. And there's Evans with pace. Had a couple chances yesterday, as did a lot of the Darton players, just not finding the back of the nets except for that one goal. And Fisher dancing past, and the ball will go out for a throw into South Georgia. So the throw in to be taken by South Georgia on the far side. And will be picked up by Frederick. Now, after the deflection, will fall back to South Georgia's Pickering, and Pickering, ambitious through ball, going to be collected. The 1-0 victory was just the second 1-0 victory for Darton State on the year. The other one came on September 30th against Polk State. Vieira getting the ball back, charging up the near side. And we'll whip it towards the box. Knocked down by South Georgia defense. And still not out of trouble. Now we'll play it up. And that'll be played back to Maidment, over to Fisher. Towards Wade, but it'll be collected by Hoffus. And the searching ball by Maidment, trying to switch the point of attack, intercepted. Frederick will play it back to Carpenter, and Carpenter looking to go over the top, and Frederick nodding it down in on the goal, and just squeaking past the back post is Frederick, missing that one as she had the goal begging as Moiso came out, but closed down the angle just enough to make the poacher in Frederick miss that one.
Hey, good run, Chanel. Keep your head on. Hey, let's go, Blue. Hey, pick it up, Blue. Let's keep playing, ladies. That's good work.
You got to imagine South Georgia would feel a lot better if they could get an early goal, knowing they played 108 minutes yesterday in a back-and-forth match against Andrew College. And Darton doesn't have a big bench, but they also did not have a match that really tested them. They were in one half the entire game with very little to do. And Vieira plays it in, looking and laying it off. Strikes and whistles over the post by Hoffus. As good combination play, getting it in the box, and there is going to be a corner kick on a deflection. So Enerstig will come up. And Enerstig will have a right foot in swinging. And that'll That'll be sent back towards the back post, and header by Vitico is into the hands of Hardin. So chance goes begging for Darton, and South Georgia on the other end missing one. So both these teams with early chances with about 6 minutes and change into the match here. 38:46 remaining in this opening period. And Parsley will turn. Under pressure, she's gonna be able to get it back to a teammate, but that'll be cleared forward, and Moyoso will have it, and we'll dribble it back into our own box. No pressure from South Georgia, and you can't imagine they're going to be running after this to try and speed this game up. And the kick is taken. Vitico heads it on down to down to Valcourt. Valcourt dances past one and gets turned away by Schellentrager. Or that was Corley. And this will be headed out. And Bernard will pick it up. Looking for Schellentrager, but Fisher's there, and it knocks it off of Schellentrager for a throw-in to Darton. Wade back to Fisher and back to Wade again as they interchange. Hoffus battling, but has it knocked out by Pickering. Had it knocked up in the air by Britt Evans. She'll flick it forward, runs onto it, and has a little bit of trouble there. And Evans still battling, tries to pull it back and keep it. Will lose it, and South Georgia will try and clear it out, but Darton just remains in their end as Vitico picks it up, gets it over to Vieira, and back to Enderstig. And here we go, and down goes, not Frazier, down goes Wire. So it'll be a free kick for Darton State in a dangerous area. It's going to be about 26-ish yards from goal here on Vieira's left foot. Will she be ambitious and go for it, or they look to get on the end of someone else? Vieira will clip it, and ducking out of the way was Wire. So it goes out for a goal kick, and we'll have the substitute come in. Silvana David coming in. And coming off is Schellentrager. Battling, and winning is Wade. Picking that up is Bernard. With pressure coming from behind from Britt Evans, Fisher comes and knocks it off of Bernard. It'll be a throw-in for Darton. 10 minutes just about passed in this opening half. Yesterday, Darton scored early for a 1-0 victory, and South Georgia scored late for a 2-1 victory, both advancing in their semifinals, which they earned the direct path into by finishing first and second in the regular season. And looking there for Frederick, who leads the region in goals, assists, and points. Will be out for a throw into South Georgia. Breezy afternoon here as Enderstig will bring it down, look to play it out, and it will be a Darton throw-in. Taken by Fisher, flicked on by Wire, looking for Hoffus. Now Valcourt tries to flick it on, and Vieira can't get there. Pressure coming from Parsley. Anderstig will see it out.
Hey, drop in now, drop.
And Vieira losing it to her counterpart in Carpenter. Comes back to Anderstig. Anderstig plays it forward, looking for Britt Evans.
Chill out.
And here comes Britt Evans, dancing forward, looking to slip in
Drop, Melissa.
towards the end line and cannot quite get it as Danny Wire.
Jenna, get 10.
I want to say hello to Alexis Bedgood's parents watching from Barnesville, Georgia, using that Twitter handle Ruud Sports, R-U-U-D Sports, to let us know. So short corner taken, played back to Anderstig. Anderstig service into the box and flicked on. Vitico there again on this corner kick, but cannot get it. The first one she had was a direct header and save. Bursting up is Carpenter, looking for Frederick, but Vieira's there and will get out of trouble for Darton State, defending well on the counterattack. And here again, looking over the top, over Anderstig's head. Chanel Frederick in on goal. Moyoso comes out, and this time Frederick wins the battle between the two. And it goes up 1-0 in favor of South Georgia.
Jordan, keep it tight in the middle, okay? We're playing good. Hey, Mel. Hey, good work. Keep it tight there in the middle of the field, okay? Keep everything compact. That's good work.
So it'll be a restart this time. 32-35 into the match. A 1-0 lead for South Georgia.
Push up, let's go. Hey, let's get another one.
Looking to knock off the reigning Region 17 women's regular season and defending tournament champs for a chance to go to Melbourne, Florida to play in the Women's Division I NJCAA National Championship. Quickly trying to respond, and from long range, Fisher sees that one go over. Goal kick taken, bounces down, looking for Frederick again. The goal for Frederick, her second in consecutive tournament matches, makes 48 goals on the year for South Georgia. But for Darton, 30 more goals on the year. However, a few games difference, but not typically what you would think of getting 30 more goals. So a high-powered scoring team in Darton, as we talk about, and the referee giving a word to Frederick for standing over top of the ball. Evans couldn't get the flick on. Vitico gives it out to Vieira. Vieira clipping it over the top, and not able to get on it is Valcourt. But as we spoke yesterday, a very young team for Coach Ken Bayless at Darton here after winning the region championship last year. Great number of first-year players come in. And Wire strikes, has it blocked down, and it's going to fall to Britt Evans. Out, picking it up and out just outside the box, and lots of contact, pulling and pushing. We saw it earlier, and there was no call from the referee. Looked earlier like David may have impeded Evans from getting through to goal. This time she's called for it, and so it'll be Vieira's free kick, looking to be an in-swinger on the left foot. Tico lurking in the back post, and this one's going to be driven near post and across, and they're out of the reach of everyone. It'll be a goal kick. Ebanks coming on, replacing Cuneo
Hey, Phil, you better not do that crap.
for South Georgia here.
Stupid. We gotta play smart all day.
Goal kick taken, flicked on by Frederick, who dropped deep. And now we'll head it forward for Pickering, but it'll be a free kick.
Hey, get back. Come back. Chanel, hush your mouth. Don't worry about it. Melissa, get in tighter. Drop a little.
Free kick taken by Enderstig. Searching in the box and headed away. Vitico battling, trying to get position. And Ebanks will send it away, but it's going to be a foul on Darton. So free kick for South Georgia, leading 1-0 with 28:38 remaining here in the opening period. Quickly taken, or I should say shortly taken, but to Vieira, who's going to come forward, slips it into Wire, and looking for Hoffus. Ebanks was there, but Hoffus pokes it away, and now combination play by Darton looking for Britt Evans. Evans turning past two, getting in the box, stumbling down, takes out a South Georgia player in the process, but South Georgia will come out of there unscathed momentarily. The amount of problems Britt Evans has caused for ABAC and South Georgia. And here is Valcourt, who we gave credit to a goal yesterday, shoots, deflected and off the crossbar as just the fingertips of the goalkeeper Harden enough to keep this game level at the moment. Britt Evans battling over there, wins the ball from Corley and sees it go out for a corner kick. So Darton knocking on the doorstep, and sophomore Maggie Van Housen will come in and replace Britt Evans. So at this point, we'll say Jordan, says go Hawks from Mom, Dad, Nana, and Papa Bernard in Jacksonville, Florida. Go Jordan. So Britt Evans come off, and it will be Enderstig to take it and sends this one towards the middle. Vitico gets a head on it again and gets past. Going to come back out towards Vieira, and Chanel Frederick on the ball for South Georgia. Looks to switch the point of attack, picks it back to switch it right back with Bernard. It comes back to Frederick, and Frederick goes past and will pick up the free kick as Maidment came forward. Melissa Carpenter will take it and sent towards the box, looking for Ebanks. It's going to fall down to Parsley, and the ball through by Parsley will be picked up by Moyoso. 26:06 remain here in this opening half. A goal by Chanel Frederick, our second in as many games, and now 19 on the year. Big booming kick is flicked on by Carpenter, and the second one is won by Hoagland, and back to Carpenter. That'll go out from be a Darton throw-in. So coming in the match now, Haley Knowles, who played a lot at center back yesterday. Vieira will take this, and they're trying to get everything set up in the box. We'll send it, and Valcourt. Header goes out for a throw-in. So deep down by the corner flag will be a throw-in for South Georgia. Yesterday they liked to throw the ball square into the field a lot, but this looked to go up the line, and Vieira wins it right back to the thrower and keeping it in. Valcourt, Vieira Vitico. And dancing Valcourt, and Vieira now steps up trying to keep it in, and clearance by Carpenter will give a throw into Darton, and we'll get substitutions for both teams as Hoffus comes off for Darton, and coming off is Bernard, being replaced by Cuneo, and for Darton, we'll get that in a second. Flicked on, and trying to keep it in, seeing if they can keep it locked in. It'll be a throw in again for Darton. Throw in and lay back to Vieira. And we'll play it back to Knowles. Knowles looking to switch it over to Fisher, and picked up by Silvana David, but one right back by Darton.
Abby, stay deeper. Abby.
Looking for Valcourt, but turned away again by South Georgia. Now Fisher with it. Now Wade will be stood up, and a foul just on the corner of the box. When these two teams locked horns in the regular season, Darton won both and finished undefeated, but had a 3-2 victory at South Georgia early in the year. Here's Vieira, and slips in near post, shot and goal. Vieira scores her second in as many games, and it's a tie ball game, back square, 1-1. So 1-1 is the score here. 22:47 remain in this first half. So that brings new life to this match again. And South Georgia looking to get out of trouble here, or I should say regain possession as they've moved. Frederick looks like back up top. This ball bounces and misses. And Valcourt will try and bring this down under pressure. And we'll go out for a throw-in to South Georgia. Look to throw it forward right away. And Vatico has it go out for a goal kick. The goal kick to be taken by Harden. And flick on by Ebanks to Parsley. Parsley loses it on the interception to Vieira, the goal scorer who tied this game up. Back to Vieira, trying to go outside, turned away. Ebanks will look forward to Frederick, and it's nodded back by Knowles as Darton coming back forward with a little bit more eagerness now. And Fisher's ball into the box, looking for Valcourt. Off of her chest and back, cleared out of the box, where Vieira will pick it up, defended. And Carpenter and Vieira 7-on-7 in a 1v1 situation. Comes back, and the TKO will have it. Plays it out to Wade. And it'll be South Georgia winning that one after a tussle, and Parsley picks it forward, looking for the through ball, is trying to thread the needle there for Frederick, and it's intercepted and won by Darton as Fisher will come forward on the far side. Stood up. And Darton having to recover. And Knowles losing the ball to Frederick, but coming back and helping out is Maggie Van Housen. Cleared away. And Ebanks using her height to win that one. Pickering, or Parsley, excuse me, not able to keep that. And Vieira looks to play a combination. And Valcourt cuts inside. Looks a little late to try and play it across. It comes back and will be called for the foul. As the Cavaliers and Hawks deadlocked here at 1 apiece with 19:18 remain here in the first half. Live on the GCAA Sports Network. This is the championship game for Region 17 women's soccer in the NJCAA Division I. Fisher picks it up for Darton State. Looking over the top for Maggie Van Housen. Van Housen asking for a foul. She's going to pick that up as the goalkeeper plays it right to her. Plays it first time off the goalkeeper's hands and out for a corner kick. So Harden gives it right back to Van Housen. And almost capitalizing there, so substitutions coming in. Evans in, along with Hoffus. And Bernard back into the game for South Georgia. South Georgia having 4 players in the 6-yard box. Everyone else defending one-on-one in a man-marking role. But it's coming in, and it's going to be a goal just like that. So, doesn't matter how many you put in the box. Knowles comes up from the center back position and bends it over 4 defenders and the goalkeeper right in the back of the net. And it's now a 2-1 lead in favor of Darton State. So 3 goals here in the opening half, and this match yesterday featured one first half goal, as Darton scored in the first 3 minutes of their match. And then we didn't see another goal until the second half of the second semifinal. And all 3 goals in that game were scored in the second half or overtime. So South Georgia winning 2-1 yesterday. They trailed 2-1 here. And Vieira will see it out. And we'll play it inside to Wade. Wade's ball over the top will be collected by the goalkeeper. Hoffus tries to bring it down, and players from both teams go down, but Hoffus will stand up, gets it. And then Housen can't get it, and it'll be played back. And Vaticchio wins it, and Wade cuts past one, running forward, looking for Evans, and Evans is going to go down in the box. Referee, and there's an offside call, as the flag had been up for a little while. Before Evans went down in the box, the flag had gone up as Evans was adjudged to be in an offside position. So 16:37 remain here in the opening half. Free kick for South Georgia. Of the indirect version, meaning 2 people have to touch before you could score. Layoff, and Evans will step in and win that for Darton. And see how many people we can get in a small confined area there. About 5 players all on top of each other, but Darton will finally find some space. Fisher into Hoffus. trying to turn and turned away instead. Viticchio comes in for the slide tackle, but it's collected by South Georgia. And Hoffus again winning it. She'll lay it back where Maidment plays it forward, and it's going to be a chance. Strikes it at the near post and turned away for another corner kick as Hardin diving out to block it. And so we're going to have a substitution. As Carpenter will come back in and Hoagland will come off. Knowles will have the right foot in swinger, and the last time she took a corner, she scored, this time to the near post, deflected, out for another corner, so we'll do it again. Even 1 for 3 in such attempts is a good percentage, even in baseball. But on a corner kick straight into the box, hard press, she's going to play this one towards the back post. Viticchio there again. Been lurking on several corner kicks here already. Van Housen lays it back. Wade tries to return the favor, but it's turned away by South Georgia, where it's picked up by Fisher, by Darton State, keeping it in into Viticchio, who cuts outside and will look to play a cross-in, and it deflects and goes out off of Viticchio for a throw-in to South Georgia, where we taken by David. Everyone deep back for South Georgia. And Van Housen battling there with David. It's going to be picked up by Jenna Wade, partially trying to knock it away. Wade will have it and look to thread it through for Vieira. That's intercepted. Now back intercepted by Wade. Wade coming forward. Tries to play it over for Evans. Evans cuts it, and it's going to be just available to anybody after misplay, and Vieira is going to pick it up. Cross first time into the box. Bounces down to Ebanks. Ebanks will send a clearance high up in the air, but not very far. Matico over to Vieira and plays it back to Knowles. Knowles into Hoffus, and Hoffus will slip it out to Fisher. Switching the point of attack, stretching across this pitch as Fisher gets forward, battling and not able to get it. Will go out for a goal kick. And there'll be a substitution made by South Georgia here, as Schellentrager will return. And Ebanks will come off. And Valcourt will come back on for Darton at the next substitution opportunity. And that one goes and nodded back into the air. Danger by Viticchio. Now over to Jenna Van Housen, excuse me. That's Maggie Van Housen's service was headed away. And David just playing tenaciously out there. Looks to be getting under the skin, or attempting to. So Fisher will come off, and Laura Valcourt will go back into the game. Cleared away by South Georgia up towards Frederick, and dropping off is Knowles to pick that one up, and back to Moisio. Who plays it to Valcourt in combination, but that play finds the feet of Bernard. Now Wade for Darton, going past 2, now 3. trying to play in Maggie Van Housen, but it's intercepted. And Cuneo is going to lose it to Valcourt. And trying to get past Cuneo is Valcourt. Over to come over and help is Frederick. And Laura Valcourt will see that one go out. And it'll be a South Georgia throw-in near the midfield line. So 11 minutes and change remaining as Frederick gets past Valcourt, but then turned away by Maidman on the sideline. High clearance. Both of these teams with 2 losses on the year. Darton 15-2 overall. South Georgia 11-2 overall after yesterday's results. And here, sliding tackle by Vieira. Throw in. Comes right back and cleared away by Evans. And they'll throw it back and plays it forward towards Carpenter, but out for a goal kick.
Let's win this and turn it back. Come on. Come on, let's win this.
Valcourt. Under pressure by Frederick. We'll look to slip it up to Hoffus. Back into Viticchio. Early ball. It will be collected by Harden. Harden out to Sisson, who we heard named very often yesterday, and that'll be into the path of Parsley. Hoffus coming back. Put pressure. Early distribution out to Valcourt, and Valcourt's early ball's blocked, but it comes right back to Darton as they'll try and continue this. Back to Hoffus in the middle of the field. Top of the 18, looking for Evans. Misplayed, and slipping past, and Danny Wire gets on the end of it, and it'll be 3-1 in favor of Darton. So 8:36 remain here in the opening half, and it's 3-1 in favor of Darton. Hoagland returns for South Georgia, and Schellentrager comes off. Frederick looking to get through. Wade will lay it out to Valcourt. Valcourt, heavy touch, deflects, and it'll be a throw in for South Georgia as both teams will look to make a substitution here. As Raines will come in for South Georgia, and Fisher will return for Darton.
Like the 2 offensive mids. Hey, make some runs in through those channels.
Make sure we're pointing things out, picking up.
Fisher goes up, tries to challenge. Darton will try and get it out of there, but it's going to fall down to Pickering. And her pass intercepted. Van Housen play it to Fisher. Fisher's early first time Looping ball, knotted on by Evans, and picking up by Wire. Wire couldn't get on the end of it, as Darton looking for another one. We talked about that 3-2 win for Darton against South Georgia at South Georgia on September 25th. The last time they played, it was 5-1 in favor of Darton on October 11th right here in Albany. Wade's ball was searching. Van Housen almost got the recipient of a little bit fortune there. Comes back to Wade. Wade clips the ball looking for Evans. Cut back and lays it off to Vieira. And early ball towards the back post. Knotted by Wire, wide of the post. And it'll be out for a goal kick for Hardin. Pass going to be, tried to be intercepted by Vieira, but picked up by Pickering, and Pickering's ball looking for Carpenter, who doesn't look as explosive as she did yesterday. Well, that's going to come right back. And the header by Pickering not able to be attempted by Carpenter, who was in a very offside position. So intelligent play from the defenders to just know that to let that one go. Headed away, but the touch from the midfielder comes right back into the Darton players. And Viticchio looking for that early ball over the top for Evans. Evans turns. Play it back to Vieira. Pressure by Raines will send Vieira back to the midfield line, and we'll cut it again. Misplayed, looking for Wade, but Wade will come in and be fouled by Cuneo. So Vieira with a goal on a free kick. This one's way long. And all the runners towards the back. She plays this one towards the penalty mark. Deflected. And right back to Hoffus. Hoffus early ball blocked around the 6-yard box. And the clearance is bouncing around, comes to Maggie Van Housen. Strikes and blocked at the top of the 18. And Jenna Wade will collect it and play it out to Fisher on the far side. 4:04 remain here in the first half. Early ball, Evans lays it down to Hoffus. Hoffus big touch falls to Wire, and Wire's shot will be deflected and out for a corner kick. So under 4 minutes remain here. It'll be a corner kick, where it'll be taken by Haley Knowles, the freshman, who scored directly. According to the statistics I have, that is her first collegiate goal of her career, came on a corner kick direct into the goal earlier. That'll be a memorable one. The first one always is, but this one in a championship game, and she goes right to the near post again. And Hoffus deflects off the knee, it looked like, and the goalkeeper, Hardin, pushed it away, comes back out to Vieira, and looking for Knowles. It'll go out. So 3:12 remains here. Jenna Wade will pick it up. Wade will spray it out to Fisher. And play it back to Knowles. And are looking to play direct there, and it'll be deflected out way down by the corner for a throw-in. And we'll see substitutions for both teams as Anderstig comes in for Wade. And Parsley comes in for Frederick for South Georgia. Ball played in. Britt Evans trying to hold it up. 2:10 remain. Comes back to Evans and over to Hoffus. Now Anderstig will switch the point of attack through Fisher on the far side. And Fisher, early service. Header away. Anderstig will pick it up for Vieira. Cuts her man in Carpenter and pulls it back. We'll lay it to Hoffus. 1:44 remain here. And Viticchio tried to play it back to Hoffus, couldn't get it, but it'll come back to Viticchio, who plays it around, keeps it on the byline, plays it in, rolls and tries to keep it, and it'll go out for a corner kick with 1:27 remain here in the opening period. 3-1 as you see on your screen there in favor of Darton, the number 8 team in the country, the reigning and defending champions of the regular season and the Region 17 tournament. So Anderstig will take this. Knowles staying back this time. Anderstig will play it. Clipped ball towards the back post. And Van Housen's header off target. And will go out for a corner or goal kick, excuse me, under a minute remains here. 50-some and counting. I want to say hello to Rashawn Frederick. Says the brother, a great goal by Chanel Frederick, a.k.a. Nin Nin. Go Lady Hawks as we wind down here under 40 seconds. Anderstig will head that one back, looking for Van Housen. She lays it off. Evans, her touch intercepted by Pickering. Comes up to Fisher. Under 15 seconds. Fisher will play it back to Maidment. Maidment will play one last chance forward. Knotted down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that'll be the horn. So at half, it's a 3-1 lead for Darton State, the number 1 seed, the number 8 team in the country, living up to the billing with a 3-1 lead over the number 2 seed, South Georgia. Martinez Frederick says, watching from the Cayman Islands, let's go Hawks. And Stephen Wire says, shout out from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, go Cavaliers, to number 13, Danny Wire. So thanks for everybody tuning in. We're going to step away for a moment. We might be joined by a guest at halftime, but we're going to step away for just a moment. This is the live broadcast on the GCAA Sports Network of Women's Soccer Championships in Region 17. We'll be back in just a moment.
Let's go, girls. Chanel, come on.
Oh, he's got to go to Valdosta State. How's that game?
7.
They got lights now?
Yeah, got lights.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah.
Should I give us one?
Yeah, David.
Just asking for one.
Try not to run too much.
as we get ready here for the second half, it is a 3-1 lead by Darton State, looking to repeat as the Region 17 regular season and tournament champions, as all 3 goals for Darton State came in a response to Chanel Frederick's score for South Georgia, who put them in the lead, but now trail 3-1, and will have to look to pretty much step on the gas, and they're going to have to go for it, which could see this game get stretched. And Frederick is back in the game. Fisher will play it up the line to Evans, who loses it out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for South Georgia. Takes it up the line. Fisher plays it one time. And it'll be picked up by Valcourt over to Anderstig, but losing it. And Parsley, who scored the game winner in double overtime against Andrew yesterday, loses it. Valcourt trying to slip it through for Wire. And here's Hoffus. Back to Anderstig. Early ball looking towards Wire, whose Ebanks was there to deflect it first from Darton and then from her own team, and Davis will kick it, and it'll go out of play for a throw-in right in front of the Darton State bench. It'll be out for another throw-in as they move up the line. Anderstig will come up to take the throw-in. Throws it to the box to Viticchio. Towards the byline. And it'll go out for a corner kick. So Anderstig will take the corner. Plays it towards the near post where it's bobbled around and will be kept in by Evans on the end line. Back to Anderstig at the top of the 18, slips it across and strikes on the left peg by Maidment. Goes wide of the post. Looked like she thought about it a couple times before letting that go, and let it right across her body a bit too much. So just underway. 42-26 remain here in regulation. 3-1 lead, though, for Darton State, who did not lose a regular season game in the GCAA this year. 10-0, perfect 10-0. No draws, no losses. And here's Valcourt trying to skip by and fouled. Looked like she was going to be clear in and got a little thigh-to-thigh action there, and it'll be free kick for Vieira, who has a goal today on a free kick. And very close in a couple of opportunities like this to find a teammate. So Valcourt, Evans, Hoffus, and Viticchio up there, but that one's going to be off of a South Georgia head and out for a throw-in where Fisher will come up to get it. Now Anderstig will come to take the throw. Throws in towards Evans, back to Anderstig. Lays it off for Hoffus and down to Evans, whose service is blocked by Ebanks, and it'll go out for a throw-in. Evans throws it for Anderstig, top of the box, flicks it over, looking for Viticchio, but it'll go off of South Georgia for another Darton State throw. Taken by Evans. Anderstig trying to keep it. And Evans there high. Now Anderstig. And early ball. And keeper calls for it. Ebanks nods it out. Hoffus. And a long effort goes out for a goal kick. So Hardin will take the goal kick. Mirviticchio putting pressure on. And getting out of pressure is not yet, as Valcourt bursting forward and turned away by Schellentrager. Throw it on the far side for Schellentrager and South Georgia Hawks. Throws it up towards Parsley. Anderstig will get it. Lays it over to Caroline Vieira. Ebanks brings it down on the thigh, and Pickering will help them get out of trouble over to Carpenter, whose searching ball is into space with no help. Fisher will play it forward.
Sit back now. We're not going to win this game, ladies. We got to push.
Yeah, Mauricio coming up. We'll send it out of trouble as Carpenter came rushing on from deep. Mauricio clearing it out of the box. Early ball looking for Chanel Frederick. And back there is Haley Knowles. Knowles putting pressure on Frederick. Frederick passed one. And then the second one, Medment comes over. But still, now an early ball sent. And just past the post there. A long-range strike.
We've got to get up really fast. Compress the field. We've got to. We're leaving too big of spaces. Y'all got to get up real quick.
And the goal kick taken. Evans trying to get past. Knocked out by Davis. South Georgia, again, you got to think about the amount of time and effort they put in yesterday, 108 minutes, and trailing 3-1 here. It's, you know, you can hear the imploring comments from the coach to press up quickly. And that ball skips on the line and stays in. Anderstig plays it towards the box. Knocked down. Wire shoots and blocked just enough as it comes into the hands of Hardin. And play an early ball. Bouncing and seen out by Fisher. We'll take the throw. Evans looking to put some pressure on Ebanks. We'll see it back to the keeper and Hardin. And that's going to fall right for Wire, who looks for Valcourt, and cleared out by Ebanks. So it'll be a corner kick from the far side. And just under 36 minutes remain here. And comes in, blocked by the goalkeeper, and sent away. up towards midfield.
Come on, get out of there.
And immediately played back is hanging right on top of their own box as the flag goes up and an offside position was Darton. But South Georgia really sitting as those legs could be getting very heavy here as Frederick will look to play it through and turned away by Anderstig. But she'll pick it back up. Man, looking to get past Fisher into the feet of Parsley. It's picked up. And Evans flicks it up towards us and short. Throw-in taken to Frederick, and off of her out for a throw-in to Darton in front of the South Georgia bench. Anderstig heads it away as looking for Parsley. Throw into the line. A wire with Valcourt making the run and coming back to block it is Schellentrager. Now Anderstig will take the throw in. And intercepted by Parsley, but back Anderstig to Hoffus. And Anderstig takes the shot. And they'll go out for a goal kick. Goal kick taken. Pickering trying to play it into space. Instead it comes right back. Valcourt. And it's going to fall for Evans, and her touch, it bounces around. And will go be cleared away for momentarily, but Hoffus here again with Parsley defending. Now to Viticchio. Viticchio's early ball blocked by Ebanks. Back to Fisher. Fisher, service towards the box. And Wire's header is going to be collected there.
Let's go, Blue, push up. Out the back, push up.
Fisher's header comes to Knowles, to Viticchio.
Y'all still too deep.
And Fisher with getting pressure coming up to Evans, and off of Davis, and it'll be a throw-in to the Cavaliers. Throw-in right towards the corner of the box where Ebanks sends it away, but right back to Fisher. Now Office. And Maidment clearing it away momentarily. Comes right back, and Knowles gets to Evans, who keeps it in play down the sideline. And it'll be cleared out. It'll be a throw-in.
Abby, go and go. Laura, go up top.
Coming back into the game is Maggie Van Housen for Britt Evans.
Laura, I need you to step a little higher.
And Bernard comes back in for South Georgia. And just like that, she comes in, she scores. And it's 4-1 for Maggie Van Housen and the Cavaliers. 30-48 remains here. And you got to feel like Coach Ken Vallis makes that substitution, and he's going to say, of course I saw something. But right like that, Maggie comes in, scores a goal, and makes this a 4-1 advantage for Darton, looking as that right now going to cruise on to the women's Division I championship tournament again, as that long-range effort by Frederick. Not much in it. And Van Housen battling with Davis. Be out for a throw-in. Fisher playing an early ball. Valcourt, big touch forward, bursting into space. In on goal is Lauren Valcourt, and 5-1. Just like that, it's 5-1 in favor of Darton. And wire will come off with Colvin coming on. And Sydney Bishop will come on, replacing Caroline Vieira. So 30:05 remain here in the match, regulation second half. 5-1 is the score, which was the final score between these two teams here at this exact field on October 11th. Frederick looking to get another one, but she's going to look for Parsley, and coming out to collect it is Moyoso. Good ball by Frederick. Moyoso's comes out, and it'll be a throw-in for Savannah David, who throws it. And it's going to fall down to front of the substitutes in Colvin, but David wins it. Frederick and Maidment battling. Maidment will win the better of that. Fisher, early ball in, brought down by Colvin. Colvin loses that one, and a flick on header. Knowles will play it back to the goalkeeper in Moyoso. I'm looking to switch the point of attack and looking for Valcourt. And sliding tackle made by Knowles. Parsley plays it forward, looking for Bernard. Fisher flicks it over her, but it's going to be back to Parsley. Or, excuse me, back to Bernard, who sends the ball in. Moyoso's there. Valcourt gets a deflection, comes back to her. Tries to pull the ball over the slide tackle, but it's well won by Hoagland. Now trying to come forward on the far side, but turned away by Darton, who comes right back down again. And Ebanks misses it, but enough to throw off the attack by Colvin. It comes right back to Darton. 27-25 remain. Jenna Wade there, slips it out. Viticchio stumbling on the push and will earn a free kick. Ball sent towards the box. Goalkeeper comes to collect off her fingertips, and David has it lost comes back to Jenna Wade. Wade getting past. One, slips one through, but not on the same page.
Ashley, go to center mid. Still go right back.
Carolyn Vieira comes back in for Darton, along with Haley Kincloe. Throw and headed away by South Georgia. Thrown to be taken. Second ball won by Darton. Look to slip it out wide. And won by South Georgia as they'll come down the other way. Parsley.
Push up, Blue. Let's go.
Her ball goes all the way back to Moyoso, who gives it to Vieira. Back to the goalkeeper. And the layoff by Vieira Viticchio goes out. And good touch by one of the fans over there. And throw into Darton. Leading 5-1 here, 25 minutes and 10 seconds remain. Maggie Van Housen picks it up, back to Jenna Wade. Wade lays it off to Viticchio. And they play a combination of Viticchio, past one, past another. Looking for Van Housen. And back across, shot and collected by the goalkeeper.
Laura, you're playing forward. You got to go help. Where you going?
And the turn away on the cross, but comes right back, and another one sent away as Vieira blocked the second attempt by Carpenter. David looks and throw to Frederick, guarded by Vieira, flick over by Vieira, and Knowles sees it out for a goal kick. .23:50 remain here. Fisher up into Hoffus, who gets past one, looking to get past a second. Now a third comes, and Ebanks, the fourth defender, turns her away. Fisher over to Wade. Wade, early ball, looking into the corner of the box, and shot and block by the goalkeeper. Fisher with the header right back. That's won by South Georgia. As Bernard, pass back to Ebanks, stolen away by Colvin. Colvin dancing inside on the left foot, swings one in and bouncing around. And now dribble out of trouble is Hoagland. Looking for Frederick. But that one is well out of her reach. As we wind towards 22:39 remaining here in regulation. About 4:30 Eastern time here, a local time. And we got a foul on South Georgia, so a free kick for Darton. Taken by Carolyn Vieira. Quickly to Jenna Wade. And Fisher trying to cut inside, almost losing it. Will slide it over, literally, to Wade. Who goes past and looking at the far side. Block. And the flag goes up.
All right, look at the line.
As that deflection had to wait to see who it would go to. And as the play developed, the offside flag went up. So free kick for South Georgia on the offside. Right now about 82 degrees. Partly cloudy, we'll call it, with a nice breeze. So as we talk about the struggles of being that team that gets into the semifinal and has a very tight game, has to play into the extra periods of overtime like South Georgia did, playing 108 minutes as another attempt, but David turns that one away. It'll be a corner kick for Darton. Knowles scored her first collegiate goal today directly off a corner. She'll take this one in swinging right, sends it across, headed away. And Knowles will think about, now she'll play it back. And that shot goes wide of the post by Sydney Bishop. Wire comes back in. Ivy Brooker comes in for Darton State. Sisson returns, along with Rains. So the goal kick taken. Wade's there to step in and win it, but Brooker plays an early ball and in on goal. Last ditch tackle and a foul against Darton. Will be a free kick for South Georgia. And Ivy Brooker just about picked up an assist after just coming off the match, as we're under 20 minutes remaining here. Free kick taken. Van Housen picks that up and just can't keep that in as it goes out of play. Now we'll have a goalkeeper substitution here. As Rain Pilgrim will make an appearance here. And Maggie Van Housen will come forward and sends it across the box. And back to Wire. Knocked down. And now South Georgia on the other end, as it'll be a Darton throw. As Jocelyn Martinez saw that one go out. Back to Moyoso. Plays it forward, looking for Wade. Wade's flick on. Fisher. Brooker lays it up the line. Ebanks will be there. Van Housen tried to keep that one in, but it'll go out for a throw-in. Britt Evans comes in and will replace Van Housen with 17-16 remain in the match. And Jenna Corley comes back in, replacing Ebanks for South Georgia. Jenna Wade getting out of trouble there. Sends it across and blocked down. Looking for Frederick on the counter. Vieira trying to hold her off, flicks it up. Frederick gets in behind, battling. Will get to the ball first as Fisher trying to come. Moyosa's there. Moyosa makes the save. So it'll be a corner kick, right foot in swinger from Bernard for South Georgia. Taken, swings in the box, falls down, shot, and goal. As Coach Kenton Vallis not real pleased, as it's now a 5-2 game. As Parsley scoring the goal, just making it available for herself to get it and put it in. And Vieira was trying to be there, but it deflected off of her and in. So Valcourt comes back in and replaces Bishop. So 5-2. The score here in the second half now, 7 goals in this match. We didn't see that many in the semifinals combined. The opening round of matches saw Andrew College win 5-0, and Georgia Military fell to ABAC 4-2. So there was a lot of goals in the first round. But in the semifinal, everything was close. We had a 1-0 victory for Darton State and a 2-1 double overtime win for South Georgia yesterday, as South Georgia defeated Andrew College for the second year in a row, getting to the semifinals and losing to the same team by the same score, but in drastically different fashion. And for South Georgia to get to this game 2 years in a row and be trailing 5-2 here with 15 minutes remaining as Carpenter comes back in the match. Valcourt. Matikio outside of the foot. Now to Evans. Evans in on goal. Evans shoots and saved by Rain Pilgrim, who's come into the match. Brittany Evans with a very powerful strike. Turned away. Knowles to take it, sends it towards the top of the box, it bounces past everyone. Will come down to Valcourt, and Valcourt's ball right back to the box. It'll be brought out by South Georgia, but that ball back for Carpenter into trouble as they'll go all the way to the sideline. She'll play it forward. Fisher will have it. And Fisher looking over the top. Evans getting up and winning that one, brings it down. And it'll be out for a throw-in to Darton. Wire heads it on to Vaticchio. Vaticchio, left foot strike, and it falls, bounces, looked like it was going to be saved, but it goes in most bizarre and unfortunate circumstances for Rain Pilgrim. As she made the save, it went off the crossbar, fell down in front of the goal, and bounced over her and into the goal. So a 6-2 game we have here. It is in bizarre fashion after the games we saw yesterday, and knowing that these were the teams that finished 1 and 2 in the region, to be what you would feel like this much separation. What we can't forget is the 108 minutes of action that South Georgia put in a very wide open kind of game, back and forth. So you could say, 2-1. but here South Georgia still pushing forward. Looking to play it in towards the box and Bedgood, but it's played away, and it'll be a throw in to South Georgia, who have a sub getting ready to come in.
Jocelyn. Jocelyn.
Cody, can you open the thing real quick so I can get an ankle weight to do the therapy? All right. Well, what other thing should I do? Just stretch it? What is it? My head. Yep.
Martinez will come off. As back into the game is Bernard.
Squat jizz. Okay. Some agility stuff. All right. Gotcha. Thanks. Stuff like that. All right.
And Tikio playing it forward. Now switching it through Wade. Wade surveying. Plays it to Wire, whose touch comes back and lost. And Tikio up to Evans. Evans gets through the tackle. And Evans, being guarded by Ebanks, gets to the byline, looking to cross it and plays it. And the shot high of the goal won't matter anyway because it was out for a goal kick. And Sydney Bishop will come back in for Darton. So Pilgrim will take the goal kick with about 11:05 remaining here in the match. Ball's down. And Carolyn Vieira picks up, looking to play it forward, and it's out off of South Georgia for a Darton throw-in. And it'll be out for a goal kick. Trying to get out of the back on the dribble is played out, so it'll be a throw-in for Darton State. 10:15 to go. Jenna Wade with the ball, looking at Valcor. She'll play it to Carolyn Vieira. Vieira coming forward to Bishop. Bishop trying to swing it back towards the box. And still not getting out of trouble, but South Georgia playing it forward, where Vieira will pick it up still in the half. Now plays it back to Knowles. Knowles over to Fisher. Up to Evans, and well, one away. Vieira under pressure. Plays it to Tikio. Tikio outside of the foot. Gives it to Wire. Wire switches it to Wade. Wade under pressure. Has her pass deflected. And the clearance won by Fisher. Knowles gives it to Viticchio. Outside of the foot, looking to get in behind. And coming off her line is Pilgrim to make the collection. Not a save, but a collection there. The definition of a save has to be a shot on target with a chance to score. Here comes Viticchio. And will strike from distance, off the crossbar, and out for a goal kick with 8:35 remaining. Substitutions for both teams, as David returns and will replace Laura Parsley. Tikio and Ware coming off as Van Housen came in back in. Pilgrim will play this. Annerstig winning it. Brett Evans over to Anderstig. Anderstig playing it forward into space. Shot just skimming past the post by Sydney Bishop. Looking for her first goal of the year as Bishop. And Evans is replaced by Cheyenne Colvin. Van Housen, header on the goal kick, and Pilgrim coming to collect that again. And Jenna Wade winning that header. Anderstig over towards Wade, but won by South Georgia. Or Raines working there to try and keep it in possession. Comes all the way across to Carpenter. Carpenter looking to switch the point of attack into the path of Bernard. Guarded by Valcourt, who pokes that away, and it'll be a throw-in on the far side of the field. 6:48 remain in the match. 6-2 is the scoreline right now. Vieira defending, and that'll be sent out by Knowles. So a trio of substitutions for South Georgia as Courtney Jowers, Jocelyn Martinez, and Lorena Jimenez come on for the Hawks. And looking up for Maggie Van Housen. She'll hold up play and then look to cut it, and it's knocked away by South Georgia. Van Housen and Bishop looking to get through, but they were turned away, and it comes over to South Georgia. And Martinez on the far side goes down as Valcourt there defending. And battling, it'll be a free kick for South Georgia. It looks like Booker was called for the foul. A free kick taken by Ebanks, sends it towards the penalty mark, and Vieira there halfway over her head with the kick, and Anderstig now with it. Looking into that space for Bishop. Will be won by the Hawks. And it'll be South Georgia throw in, subs coming in. Summer Griffith coming in, along with Kaylin Viteri for South Georgia. For Darton, Kelly Hoff is coming back on. And Bishop coming out. Van Housen over to Angerstig. And Bishop is still in, excuse me. She stumbled, and Ebanks gets that away. And Bedgood laying it back. Looking into space for Davis, and Knowles will play it away. 3:30 remain. Up the line, looking from Jimenez, and then playing it forward with Davis there lurking, but Fisher to take it. Throws it forward for Van Housen. Van Housen tries to get past. Ebanks will see that out. Throw in for the Hawks. Fisher, first time, looking to switch it. Back to Wade. Stumbling, Wade there, deflected. Hoffus couldn't quite get collection. Angerstig plays it, gets it back, and Ebanks there, but it'll bounce right back for Darton State. In towards the byline. Left foot shot goes off the side netting by Sydney Bishop. So it'll remain 6-2 with 2:23 remaining here in the match. Goal kick taken and brought down by Bedgood. Now into the Bishop for Darton State. Looking to switch it for Colvin, but it's behind her and picked up by South Georgia's Ebanks here. Back to Pilgrim. Pilgrim will, no pressure, now plays it forward. And Angerstig with a push there will get called for the foul. Wade, big header, wins it, and Wade stays down. And now is back up on her feet after that. Pilgrim will play that forward, picked up by Angerstig. Davis coming from behind to win it. Griffith getting it to Rains. Rains back to Griffith. Playing it forward and gets past Knowles, but it'll be picked up by Moyoso. Wade will be substituted.
Been that way for 17 years. I wouldn't know what to do.
59 seconds remain here in the match. And Hunt taken. Office back to Fisher. Up to Van Housen. 45 seconds remain. Looking to go at Ebanks. Gets past Ebanks. Plays it across and to the near post. Picked up by Pilgrim. So under 30 seconds here. South Georgia looking to play it and relieve some pressure here. Fisher immediately plays it back on the chest of Ebanks. Ebanks sees the ball come to the other side, looking to slip it out. One more chance here perhaps. Bishop lays it back to Angerstig, who has it go out for a goal kick, and that'll wind the clock down. There's the buzzer, and your 2015 Region 17 women's soccer champs in the NJCAA Division I, Darton State Women's Cavaliers. So congratulations to them. They will advance to Melbourne, Florida, where they will play in the Division I Women's Soccer National Tournament. We thank everybody for tuning in wherever you may be watching around the globe. The final here is 6-2, but don't go anywhere. We'll be joined by Coach Ken Valis in just a moment when we get a chance.
Well, that's not going to be.
Cause a problem. That's a problem causer. Okay, Emily.
So we're going to have the trophy presentation here momentarily, and then joined quickly by Coach Ken Valis.
We got to do the ceremony. Just hold your leg for a second. I think Rudy will come down.
Just kidding. I definitely don't want to talk about it.
You might be on live, so.
Don't talk.
first of all, congratulations for making it to the championship. Appreciate your hard work this season. Two quality teams, unfortunately, only one's able to advance. So, first of all, got a few awards I'd like to give. First one is the most valuable player of the year, and that's going to South Georgia State Chanel Frederick. Okay, our Coach of the Year plaque is going to this year to Coach Ken Balin. And the 2015 region runner-up plaque goes to the women of South Georgia State. And your regular season champ and your 2015 GCAA Region 17 champ goes to the Lady Cavaliers of Darton State. We need to get in front of you guys.
Oh, look at the board.
That was given to me by Central Georgia Tech.
Wait.
After cross country this season.
Hey, oh, Mark. Yo. Well, Emily.
What?
I'm right behind you.
Test it? Alright, Kia.
Test, 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 test.
All right, Rudy.
Well, we're now joined with the head coach, and I guess they announced you're also a special award today. And how many region champs with Coach Ken Bayless here?
Rudy, I think that's the 8th one, 9th one possibly. It's 5 in a row, though. That's the one thing I do remember. They're all very important. South Georgia, hats off to them. Hats off to Andrew and ABAC. The competition this weekend was exciting. It was fun. I think it was a good tournament. And these girls were young. You know, we were almost all freshmen and 3 sophomores, so I think the expectations at the beginning of the year may not to be where we are now, but they worked hard and they earned it, and I'm proud of them.
Yeah, you talk about that in the next step. You go down to Melbourne, Florida, and another national championship appearance for you.
Yeah, and that's exciting too, and you know that we'll take that in stride, and it's, you know, what we did here is something we just got to carry over to the next level and use it at the national tournament. So we're happy to be there, and we're going to represent the region proudly.
Yeah, another representation. Congratulations on 5 in a row, and all the best down in Melbourne.
Thanks, Rudy. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. For everyone here at the GCAA Sports Network, I'm Rudy Radiger. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back with the men's championship, which kicks off at 6 o'clock in a little bit.